welcome to the Photos by Orion vlog. My name's Karin.
And I'm Kathryn.
And today we're going to talk about the history of photography. We all know that necessity is the mother of invention, but why did photography start?
Well, photography started because people want to be immortal. Same reason that there's a lot of inventions happening right now. Elon Musk, I'm looking at you. So realistically, people wanted to be able to live forever, but obviously we couldn't. So they would have their portraits painted. But portraits took forever. You had to house an artist for at least 6 months. You would sit for 10 to 15 minutes a day, as still as you possibly could, in the same outfit over and over again, because the artist would only do bits and pieces every day and then keep working on it in between. And so it took a really long time to get your portrait done. That's why you don't see itty bitty little portraits from way back then. If you were gonna pay somebody to be in your house for 6 months,
it's gonna get
something huge. Yeah. That's why we see all these portraits hanging in museums that are giant. People being people, we were like, there's gotta be a better way. So cameras were first invented. The big, accordion cameras that you see in all the films like Avonlea and whatnot, way back when, first cameras were invented so that it could take less time to get everything happening. And they couldn't have been invented without an awesome French dude. I can't pronounce his name. You can read it down here. If you know French, bonus to you. But he invented a process where he put silver chloride onto a piece of paper, and then when that was exposed to light, it would darken. But he didn't at first have a process to take off the extra silver chloride, so the silver chloride would darken in the shape of whatever it was he was taking a picture of, but then as soon as you started looking at it, the whole rest of the picture would darken, and eventually the picture was lost. So it took a while for that process to kind of get really honed down into how to be able to take off the extra silver chloride and how do we make it something that's repeatable and keepable for a lot longer. And it actually took until 1888 for that to happen. And then George Eastman, guy who created Kodak, created the first film in 1888, and we've kind of gone from there. He also made this little guy, which was the first mass-produced camera that was available to the masses. This is a Brownie. Now, this one hasn't been kept very well care of. I was given it a while ago, but the original Brownies were super cool looking little things.
Why was it called a Brownie?
That I don't know. I don't know why they got. Why do we get cars called Pumas? And it's just a name. It was a brand name. Never did find out why he called it a Brownie, but maybe because it was kind of brown. But then 35 millimeter film kept growing, and in 1905 we got our first 35 millimeter cameras. We had little things that looked like this. That kept going, and in the 1970s we finally got to the digital age. So why do you think we ended up with the technology to be able to do digital photography? Any guess?
Everything's related to space or the military.
It's very true. So NASA is the reason that we have digital technology. We sent satellites up into space, and we sent them with cameras, but the cameras had 35 millimeter film. So you actually had to send the satellite up. The camera would take pictures out the window of the satellite, and then they had to bring the whole satellite back down to be able to get those pictures off. So
that's quite inefficient.
All those amazing people over at NASA decided that there's got to be a better way. We have to be able to make this something we can transmit so that we don't have to bring the satellite back to Earth, because that's really expensive. So they created the digitization process for photography, and that led to the digital revolution in cameras, which now led to cameras like this, cameras that I use every day to be able to get awesome pictures that are a lot less expensive and a lot easier to use.
All in, what, 150-ish years?
1816 to today.
So
a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
Couple hundred years to go that far in technology. I mean, it's amazing. People's brains are totally crazy. It's awesome.
That's why I don't invent anything.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of the things that we talked about today, kind of a dry subject, but find us online, our website, photosbyorion.com. You can find us on YouTube, find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can give me a call at 503-385-1435 or email me at contact@photosbyorion.com. I'm available any of those ways, or feel free to make any comments below and hit subscribe and like to see all of our future videos.
Bye.